Okay, so I just heard that term when one has cold feet. Okay, and then I started thinking about like what that means, and I didn't look it up because it just came to me. But that makes me think about being frozen, not being able to take a step forward for some reason. And it could be nerves, it could be someone that just doesn't feel like they're ready for something. So they become stuck, frozen in a certain position, not willing to move towards what it is that they could possibly want. And this is how this person is feeling, this energy that I'm picking up. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. Thank you for being here. I am Mystic Alchemy. So this person, it feels like genuine feelings though. It feels like love. It feels genuine. It just feels like nervous and fight or flight mode. And it's like a part of them wants to stay. They want to fight for it, for whatever that is. Could be for a relationship with you. Excuse me. But the other aspect of them wants to run. They want to take flight. The other aspect of them, because there's too many emotions right here in this space. It's too many. It feels like vulnerability at its finest. What am I supposed to do here? I'm not used to feeling all these feelings. Feelings can be uncomfortable, especially if you have doubts as to if you can have exactly what it is that one may desire with someone. It's like, if I put myself out there, I can get my feelings hurt. And this feels like the main reason as to why they are nervous of going into a full-blown relationship. Of being afraid of the love. Like, oh wait, this feels too emotionally attached, this situation here. And now it's probably safer for me to go the other way because there's just way too many feelings here that I don't know what to do with. So I should just take flight. It's easier if I do that. And Spirit is saying that there's many people that do this. Masculine and feminine energies do this. It's not just one-sided. It's someone feeling like they're not ready for the responsibility of trying because they would be exposed to a possibility that may not exist in this particular instance. However, it still may, that they could get their heart broken. So instead of trying, they just choose to go the pessimistic route and never try and create all of these assumptions as to what will happen when they never really tried in the first place. So they'll never know now. Even when they wonder, they'll still think of the unfavorable direction. This is where many people end up going wrong because they're not strong enough to face someone for who they truly are. Because some people are not ready for a relationship, and it's up to us to use discernment and know when somebody's playing and when somebody's serious, and then also take into account that there is a possibility that a person could break your heart. And that's a part of the strengthening. That's a part of training, honestly. And I know that sounds crazy, but it does. Getting your heart broken, it does make you, well, it should make one stronger. Sometimes people fold, unfortunately, and then they never get to experience the fruits of life, because there comes a point where when one starts to get their heart, or when one gets their heart broken so much that when they see it, they're able to accept what it is from that person and then still be open to someone else without holding the grudge that they have for someone on themselves and stopping themselves from being themselves by continuing to love. And sometimes people just get tired and then they don't even become interested anymore. They don't have any interest because that's just how they feel. And everyone's entitled to their own feelings. But this person knows that they feel like someone is like the perfect person and they're afraid of the outcome. So they just stop living in that realm of their life. They'd rather take a cop out and do the opposite of which feels safer to them. And they could have just passed up on the love of their life, because that's what it feels like to me. Like someone really passing up on the opportunity to truly be happy with someone off the strength of fear. What is the moral of this story? Stop being afraid. Say what you want to say. If someone doesn't reciprocate, go your merry way. Go your own way and leave them where they at, because you can't go anywhere with them, so might as well just move on. But it doesn't mean lose the beauty in you. Yeah, it might be kind of like a tough pill to swallow at first because you may have really liked that person, but there's billions of people out here, and it just doesn't make sense to stay with someone who doesn't know how to treat you or is not interested in being that person that would be, enjoyable to be around. Because the person could look good, but are they enjoyable to be around? Like, do you actually like them is the question. It's like Spirit is saying, many times there's so many people that stay in situations that they're just not happy with. It just doesn't make sense. Why not continue to live and do what you want to do and allow yourself to be open to saying hello and having a conversation with someone else? Because it's easy. It happens all the time. It's when one gets stuck in a position of sorrow for an extended period of time, when they begin to live with heartbreak that they don't take the time to begin to repair so that they can continue to move on and live. We have a life to live, not to get stuck in heartbreak. And many times another thing is, those that are out here breaking hearts, they're only doing that because their heart is broken and they're fearful and they're scared. So to allow someone else's projected emotions to manipulate yours in such a way, that's something that as a collective needs to be strengthened, because then you become stronger, and instead of getting so emotionally tied to someone intentionally hurting you because they're not ready, or intentionally hurting you because they got hurt and they can't wait to hurt somebody else, it's best to shun that energy. That's not a good energy. That's not an energy that deserves respect, really. Because it's like, look what you're doing to people. Look how you're behaving yourself. You lose respect for people like that. And maybe if people start to realize that is not okay to behave that way, they'll stop acting that way. It's when unfavorable actions that people take are, when they become glorified like it's a good thing, that's when things get confused and things get distorted. So as soon as you act in response to what is unfavorable as it is, then those people who behave that way will start to get the drift that, oh, this is not cool, I should stop. That's the only way people are going to start to see that they need to do better. is if people react and respond accordingly. Because the more people that are in relationships with people like this and then try so hard to like make these types of people happy, they're going to keep on going to the next person and the next person doing the same thing, having that same energy. And then it's like a disease being spread. It reminds me of like a snake bite, like when the venom has been in the veins or in the body for too long, wherever the bite was, they either well, let me just put it like this. Sometimes the limb has to come off in order to stop it from spreading and in order to keep that person alive. So what does that say? Like, in correlation to what I'm talking about when it comes to people that are like serial heartbreakers. When someone realizes that they with somebody that really don't care, it's up to that person or up to those people to say, oh no, I'm good. I see where you coming from and that's not what I want. So let's just stop. I think we're done now. We've seen enough. You've seen enough of me. I've seen enough of you. Now you go ahead and go do whatever it is that you want to do, but I'm not going to accept that. Once people that act like that start to see that they're being rejected, they're going to change. Or they're just going to realize that nobody want to be around them and that they being casted out. People don't want to be casted out. The majority of one's life, they're trying to see where they fit in. And then that's a whole nother message because, technically, spiritually, we're not supposed to be fitting in anywhere. We're supposed to be ourselves. And then we basically link up with who is similar to our vibration. And then it just makes sense at that point. So yeah, if you know that someone's mistreating you, let them go. There's no point in holding on. The more that we do that, the better it will be when it comes to future relationships as a whole. Okay? It's a collective repellent against that energy. It's just that too many people are respecting and giving appreciation to an energy that doesn't respect and appreciate them, and it's causing the disease to spread. And then those same individuals that are doing that have trouble mending their broken hearts. Don't be that person. Okay? Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe, especially if this message does resonate with you. If you would like to book a healthy conversation, you can by visiting www.milkhoneyRose.org. And also, if you would like to join the membership just to support me, I do appreciate all of those who do decide to join in advance. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next message.